Every holiday season, this happens. People tell us to buy all these things and all these tools that we're going to need to make our life easier. And let's be honest, a lot of the times, we didn't need those things. This was $600 and I bought it. I did. I really wanted it. I thought it would help. It's awesome. Not the right tool for me. I'm going to talk about why. I'm going to talk about why with this, as well as 4 other things, 5 total. Some things are bundled. I guess you read the thumbnail and title, so you already know that. If you're getting into guitar repair, there's a lot of uphill battle, right? And so something we do is we buy tools to make our lives easier. And sometimes we find out the tool isn't always the thing you need. Sometimes you just need skill and time. It's a lot like learning guitar. You know, sometimes you buy a new guitar and you find out, man, I don't really think I'm any better at guitar. In fact, sometimes the nicer tool shows you just how bad you are. I don't know. Here's what you don't do. You don't keep buying tools. You just spend more time getting better at it. This tool was invented for a very specific thing. If you haven't seen this tool before, this thing's sick. This is the Earlywine neck jig designed by Dan Earlywine. This thing's amazing. This thing is designed though for a very specific kind of guitar repair person, which is, I'm discovering through the years of doing this, is not the kind of repair person I am. And we'll talk more about that. But let me just quickly show you how this works. It's not fun to use. You rig it up, you put a freaking strap around this thing, and you get a reading of what it's like under string tension, and then when you take the string tension off, you replicate that reading you just created. And it's great because it gives you a very accurate reading of what your guitar looks like under string tension. So when you do your fret level, you're getting the level as it was under tension. And there are other ways to get similar readings. This is probably the best, one of the best, but it's not the best for me. It's not the best for my situation, and I regret getting this. The reason is, when you start to get tools like this, you think the tool is going to do the job for you. So there's a part of your awareness that shuts down. When I put a sanding block on a neck without one of these things, I'm feeling the way the neck is reacting to the neck block and the weight of that. All I'm saying is feel is equivalent to awareness, and when I put this thing all together and I rig it all up and I have those readings telling me they're at 0, my awareness is just not as in tune, and at that, I don't want this thing around anymore. So it's a great thing for somebody else. I'm going to sell it. So if you want this thing, I'll give you a good deal. I'll give you a great price. But I'm going to show you some other stuff that I don't recommend you buying this Christmas season. I should put this in. Now I should mention the whole reason this video is happening is because I'm just moving into my new shop. If you saw my recent video, it did not look this good then, right? So in just like a weekend's time, it's really coming together. And I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff because, you know, now's the time. And something I'm getting rid of is what I'm calling the distraction tools. Here are the distraction tools. It's all this stuff, okay? This is all the distraction tools. If you want to get good at lutherie, guitar repair in general, you got to just focus on guitar stuff, right? I'm not here to save every ukulele. Even though this one is really cool, an old Silvertone, don't call me about that stuff. Because I'm going to just, even if you're going to give it to me for free, it's not free. It takes up a lot of real estate in my mind. So that's going to go away. Violin stuff, it's going away. I play fiddle, so I thought it'd be great to learn how to fix it. That's a whole nother skill set and requires a whole nother set of toolkit that takes up space in your drawer. That almost landed right on this blade. This is a very nice plane. See, obviously I don't need stuff like this. This stuff is distractions. Distractions from what I actually want to do, what I care about, and what I have more of an aptitude for, which is guitar repair. So that is nothing. If you see these little things popping out at you this holiday season, like a really good deal on a really cool plane like this, and you're like, yeah, maybe I could get into violin repair. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, on the subject of guitar repair, this thing, yep, and this thing, I'm getting rid of. They're all kind of in the same camp, and it's setup, guitar setup. We'll talk about each one of these things here, but this is stuff that if you're gonna level up in guitar repair, you start to look at this kind of thing. And so I kind of lump these together into little setup tools. This one is, I hate this thing. It's too many tools in one. It's your string action gauge. So get the guitar again. But what you do is you take this little thing here and you line it up on your guitar, and you can check out your action. Well, you can check it out in thousandths of an inch. You can check it out in 64ths. You can check it out in 30 seconds. You can check it out in inch, whatever. It's too many things. It's just too many things. Why do I need to have all those measurements? I mean, it is true. Guitar repair does kind of go through, you know, a lot of different conversions for whatever reason. But I don't need to worry about having an all-in-one thing that just feels clumsy. Again, I guess it's kind of distracting. I get kind of distracted. Maybe it's me. Next, this freaking thing. I was so excited to get this thing. StewMac makes amazing things. And I really trust StewMac. And I trust there's a person out there that likes this thing too. I am not that person. This thing frustrated me so much. Here's what this thing does. You stick it here. Hold on a second. I'm going to support this neck a little bit here. Here's how these work. First, you got to zero it out on something flat. So we got to find something flat. So right off the bat, you stick it on something flat, and you zero this puppy out. Which right off the bat, see how much wobble it has? It's so annoying. You stick it here on your neck, and then, yeah, you got to get this reading just so. And do it so it doesn't fall over. In the videos, they don't make it look that hard. So they make other kinds of these little relief gauges that have feet on them. That would be a good thing. That I might buy. But now, so here's the last thing when it comes to setup that I wouldn't recommend. All right, so I thought this would be a good idea and really speed things up. This, if you haven't seen it before, this is the most overkill, unromantic thing you could ever do to try to tune your guitar. Now this is what it's all about. This is the very, very reason that you decided to start fiddling with guitars. Not this exact thing, but what this thing represents, the idea that this thing, holds within it. Like little human-engineered little gizmos that make fussing over guitars have a romance. This is construction workers. You just need to slam through it. This is the antithesis of what guitar repair is to me. To me, it's not that. I don't like the whir of a drill. So for me, it goes. It goes. It goes. Almost to the trash. But instead, I'll probably give it to somebody. All right, last thing. Last thing? Maybe I'll do one more. I might do one more that I might get rid of. I haven't made up my mind, but yeah, this stuff. And stuff like it, this isn't everything. I just grabbed these random things that represent things I'm getting rid of, which is just crappy tools. I got to stop hanging out at crappy tools. These can barely cut through guitar strings. They suck. Same with these. They were never good. What you want when you get something like this is flush cutters. These aren't flush at all. They just don't have a purpose for me. This stuff, these little random buffing things, I don't like little buffing things that go on my drill. Back to the tuner. It's not the way I want to work. I'm gonna show you this. This is something that if I don't get rid of, I'm gonna stop doing it for people. You know, I used to offer shellac finish because I work in a lot of pre-war instruments. I'm gonna stop offering it, and I might even just stop doing it because I don't enjoy it. I just don't mind buckle rash on an instrument. I don't mind little scratches. You know, sometimes it hurts to see it on your own instrument if you've done it. But I don't care. I don't care if an old instrument's all beat up. I'm not gonna breathe in alcohol fumes all day to make it look better. It's just not a thing I want to do. You know. Anyway, that's just something I'm grappling with in front of you right now. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I have all the tools to do it now. See, that's the problem. You invest, and then it's hard to let go of the physical things because it's hard to let go of the idea in your mind of who you think you want to be. Those are not on my list. You know, get somebody. What should you get them? Let me know if you want me to make a video of stuff I think you should get, because I'd make that. There's tons of stuff you should get. There are things I would never get rid of. Feeler gauges. I'm never getting rid of feeler gauges. Well, anyway, thanks for stopping over to the studio today. And yeah, it's feeling good. We're moving in. I can't tell you how great it is to have two benches side by side. Man, it's the little things, and these are big little things for me. So we'll be talking to you soon. Let me know in the comments things that you regret buying. I'd love to know. We'll see you soon. Take care.